One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, romance dawn. Pirates find a barrel floating in the sea. They think it's alcohol. Surprise, it's a man made of rubber by the name of Luffy and he wants to become the king of the pirates. He meets an annoying pink-haired kid by the name of Kobe. Alvida is the captain of this ship and Kobe is scared of her. Meanwhile, a girl with orange hair by the name of Nami is snooping around the ship for money. Luffy calls Alvida a big chunky lady. Alvida tries to kill Luffy. Luffy defeats Alvida. Luffy and Kobe sail to Shell's town. They find a green-haired swordsman by the name of Zoro tied up there. Axe-Hand Morgan rules this town, as well as his annoying son Helmeppo. Luffy defeats them and Zoro joins the crew. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Orange Town. Nami fools a small group of pirates and takes their money. Nami hates pirates. Luffy tries to eat a bird but it doesn't work out. The bird drops him in Orange Town. Nami is also at Orange Town. We get introduced to Buggy the Clown, boss of Orange Town. Buggy is able to separate his limbs and have them float through the air. Shushu was introduced and his owner is dead. Shushu loves his owner so much that all he does is protect his owner's shop. Richie is a member of the Buggy Pirates and he starts wreaking havoc on the town. Luffy defeats him. Kabaji is a swordsman on a unicycle. He's a part of the Buggy Pirates and starts wreaking havoc on the town. Zoro defeats him. Finally, Buggy starts wreaking havoc on the town. Luffy defeats him as well. The arc ends with Nami unofficially joining the Straw Hats as the navigator. Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Syrup Village. After leaving Orange Town, they're sailing the sea, and Luffy wants food, Zoro wants alcohol, and Nami wants a new ship, so they land at Syrup Village. There they meet a liar by the name of Usopp, hence the long nose. Usopp sneaks out and tells a bunch of made-up pirate stories to Kaya to keep her entertained. Kaya is loaded and lives in a mansion. Kiro is her servant and he seems like a good guy, but he's not a good guy. He used to be the leader of the Black Cat Pirates and he just wanted Kaya's inheritance. Usopp finds out about this and he warns the whole village, but nobody in the village believes him because he's a liar. Kiro, Django the Hypnotist, and the Nayabon brothers attack the village. Zoro defeats the Nayabon brothers. Django was defeated by Usopp, and Luffy defeated Kiro. Flashback, Usopp has a dead mom. Usopp joins the crew, and Kaya gives the Straw Hats the going merry. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Baratier. The Straw Hats are sailing the sea. Luffy wants a cook to join the crew, so they go to Baratier, a restaurant located in the middle of the sea. Zuff is the owner of Baratier, and he has a very tall hat. We also get introduced to a cook named Sanji. Sanji is one of the biggest simps in all of anime, but he's still suave about it. Full Body's being a dickhead at the restaurant, so Sanji kicks the shit out of him. Gin from the Krieg Pirates walks in because he's starving. He gets kicked out, but Sanji brings him food anyways. Luffy asks Sanji to join the crew. Sanji says no. Don Krieg attacks Baratier. Hawkeye, the strongest swordsman in the world and also a warlord of the sea, shows up. Hawkeye destroys Zoro with just a pocket knife and leaves a huge scar across his chest. Meanwhile, Nami steals the going merry. Flashback, Sanji and Zuff were stranded on an island for 85 days. Zuff gave all the food he had to Sanji even though it wasn't that much, so he ate his own leg. Luffy defeats Don Krieg, and Sanji decides to join the Straw Hats as the cook. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Arlong Park. Nami sails to Arlong Park. Luffy and others follow her there. Arlong is a fishman that rules over Arlong Park. He also hates humans and is much more powerful than Don Krieg. His crew also consists of fishmen, including Karubi, Hachan, and Chu. Nami is also a member of the Arlong Pirates. Nojiko is introduced and she was raised with Nami. Zoro gets captured by Arlong. He jumps into the sea while tied up in order to escape. Nami saves him from drowning. Nami and Arlong made a deal where if Nami gives Arlong 100 million berries, then Arlong will give her back her hometown. This is why she's obsessed with money. Nami stabs Usopp. Just kidding, she stabbed her own hand to make it look like she stabbed Usopp. Flashback, Bellemere raised Nojiko and Nami. Nami made maps for Arlong as a kid. They were super poor. Arlong came to collect money, but Bellemere didn't have enough, so he shot and killed her. Arlong tells Nami that he won't let her buy back the village. Nami stabs her tattoo multiple times while screaming Arlong, and Luffy stops her. The Straw Hats go to defeat the Arlong Pirates. Zoro defeats Hachan. Usopp defeats Chu. Sanji defeats Karubi. And Luffy defeats Arlong. The village is free and Nami joins the crew. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Log Town. Luffy finds out he has a bounty of 30 million berries. Hawkeye sails to meet up with Shanks. Hawkeye shows Shanks Luffy's bounty and they drink together. Before they go to the Grand Line, Luffy gets hungry, so they stop at Log Town. Log Town is the place where Goldie Roger was born and where he died. Remember Alvida? She's looking like a snack now. We get introduced to Smoker, a marine who's trying to hunt down Luffy. Smoker has the Moku Moku no Mi, which is a Logia-type devil fruit and allows him to turn into smoke. Toshigi is introduced. She looks like Kuina and uses swords. Buggy's also at Log Town. Zoro has the Wado Ichimonji. Zoro gets a sword called Katetsu III and it has a curse. Zoro also gets the Yubashiri. Luffy goes where Goldie Roger was executed and almost gets executed, but he gets saved by lightning. We get introduced to Dragon. Dragon saves Luffy from Smoker. The Straw Hats escape and sail to the Grand Line. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds. Reverse Mountain. In order for the Straw Hats to enter the Grand Line, they have to enter through Reverse Mountain. But waiting for them at the entrance of the Grand Line is Laboon. Luffy punches Laboon in the eye, but this just pisses him off. So Laboon swallows their ship. The inside of Laboon is pretty nice. There's also a guy living there named Crocus. Laboon bashes his head against the Grand Line because his crew abandoned him there for 50 years. Crocus is a doctor and takes care of Laboon. We're also introduced to Mr. Nine and Miss Wednesday, who are trying to kill Laboon in order to feed their hometown. They get on the Going Merry with Luffy, and they leave through the door inside of Laboon. Crocus tells the Straw Hats about Raftel, the last island on the Grand Line. Goldie Roger is the only pirate to ever make it there, and people think that's where the One Piece is. Luffy paints this on Laboon and promises to go see him again. Finally, Nami gets the log pose, which allows her to navigate the Grand Line. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds. Whiskey Peak. The Straw Hats arrive at Whiskey Peak. Everyone's happy to see them. We're introduced to Igarapoi. They throw a huge party. Zoro drinks too much and passes out. Nami drinks too much and passes out. Luffy eats too much and passes out. The rest of the Straw Hats also pass out. This was planned by Igarapoi. We're introduced to Miss Monday. They work for Baroque Works. Zoro was awake the whole time and heard their plan. He starts cutting people. Nami's also awake. Zoro defeats Miss Monday. Karu's introduced. He's an adorable duck. We're introduced to Mr. Five and Miss Valentine. They're ordered to kill Miss Wednesday, who is actually Vivi, the Princess of Alabasta. Mr. Nine gets annihilated by an explosive booger. The Straw Hats decide to save Vivi. Luffy tries to kill Zoro because he killed people that gave him food, but Luffy realized he was being dumb, so he stopped. A man named Crocodile rules Baroque Works. He's a warlord. Igarapoi dresses up as Vivi. He gets nuked. Miss All Sunday nuked him. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds. Little Garden. We're introduced to Mr. 3 and Miss Golden Week. They're both ordered to kill the Straw Hats. We get introduced to two giants named Dory and Broggy. They've been fighting for 100 years and are from Elbaf. The Straw Hats become friends with them. Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine are also at Little Garden. Mr. 3 causes Dory to slip on wax. Broggy wins. Luffy gets trapped under a giant skull. Zoro gets captured. Nami gets captured. Karu gets interrogated but doesn't snitch. Mr. 3 makes a wax tower to slowly turn them into wax. Usopp, Luffy, and Karu are here to save the day. Miss Golden Week stops Luffy. Usopp and Luffy destroy the wax tower. Usopp shoots a Tabasco star into Mr. 5's mouth. Luffy kicks Mr. 3. Crocodile calls Mr. 3, but Sanji answers and tells him that Luffy's been eliminated. Sanji defeats Mr. 13 and Miss Friday. Sanji finds an eternal pose to Alabasta. Nami gets bit by a bug. The Straw Hats encounter an island eater. The giants help them go straight through it. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds. Drum Island. Nami gets sick. The Straw Hats search for a doctor. We're introduced to Wapple. He eats everything and used to be the awful king of Drum Island. He starts eating the Going Merry. Luffy sends him flying. The Straw Hats arrive at Drum Island. We're introduced to Dalton. He can turn into a bison. Look, a hiking bear. The only doctor at Drum Island is at the peak. Luffy and Sanji take Nami there. He climbs up the peak. We're introduced to Dr. Kureha and Chopper, an adorable blue-nosed reindeer who happens to be a doctor. He ate the human fruit so he can talk. They both heal Nami. Luffy tries to eat Chopper. Flashback, everybody hated Chopper and he had no friends. He became friends with Dr. Hirolook, a failed doctor. He got a terminal illness. Chopper finds the Amiyadaki mushroom which can heal any illness. He gives it to Hirolook, but it was actually poisonous. Hirolook famously says a man dies when people forget him. Hirolook dies. Chopper defeats Chess Marimo. Luffy sends Wapple flying again. Chopper joins the crew and they sail to Alabasta. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds. Alabasta. There's a civil war unfolding. There's also a drought. People think King Cobra is responsible. Luffy's brother Ace is introduced. He gives his Vivre card to Luffy. We're introduced to Pell. We meet the rest of Baroque Works. Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 4, Miss Doublefinger, and Miss Merry Christmas. His goal is to obtain Pluton, which is an ancient weapon that can cause mass destruction. Miss All Sunday is Nico Robin, who can read poneglyphs which contain very important information. Crocodile buries Luffy. Robin saves him. Nami defeats Miss Doublefinger. Zoro defeats Mr. 1. Sanji defeats Mr. 2. Usopp and Chopper defeat Mr. 4 and Miss Merry Christmas. Pell flies Luffy to Crocodile. Robin reads the poneglyph but lies to Crocodile about the information on it. Crocodile tries to kill her. Pell sacrifices himself to save Alabasta. Luffy finishes off Crocodile. Pell survived. Igaram survived. Luffy saves Robin, Vivi, and Karoo stay in Alabasta. We find out Robin was looking for the Rio poneglyph, which contains the history of the world. Robin sneaks onto the ship, and Luffy lets her join the crew. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Jaya. A giant boat falls from the sky. They find a map to Skypiea, the Sky Island. They want to go there. 3 giant things appear in the sky. Ace visits Buggy. We arrive at Mocktown. Luffy argues with some guy about pie, and get introduced to Bellamy. Bellamy doesn't believe in the Sky Island. Luffy doesn't fight back against Bellamy because he doesn't think it's worth it. Pie Guy encourages Luffy to follow his dreams. We hear about Nolan the Liar. He said he found a city of gold, but when he went to show everybody it was gone, so they executed him. We're introduced to Cricket, whose goal is to find the city of gold. Bellamy beats up Cricket, so Luffy obliterates him in one punch. We're introduced to a lot of people such as the 5 elders of the world government, Doflamingo, Bartholomew Kuma, Sengoku, Rockstar, and Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world. They're all talking about Blackbeard. Pie Guy is Blackbeard. His crewmates are Jesus Burgess, Van Augur, Doc Q, and Lafitte. The Straw Hats go to the knockup stream and they blast into the sky. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Skypiea. We meet Gonfall, and they enter Skypiea. We meet Konus and Pagaya. Nami, Zoro, and Robin are taken to Upper Yard. Luffy and others follow. They encounter Satori. Sanji kicks the shit out of him. We also meet Isa and Wiper. His crew has Braham, Kamakiri, Genbao, and Lucky. The Straw Hats meet up and dance with wolves. We meet God Aneru. He can shoot and become lightning. He can sense people with mantra. His crew has Om, Gedatsu, Shura, Yama, Hattori, and Katori. Wiper beats Shura. Zoro beats Braham. Chopper beats Gedatsu. Nami beats Hattori and Katori. Robin beats Yama. Aneru beats Gunfall, and Robin, and Zoro, and Wiper. Luffy is rubber and lightning doesn't work. Kagara and Nolan were friends. He showed Nolan the gold bell. This was Jaya. Nolan left but promised to come back. They never meet again. Luffy goes up Giant Jack and punches an arrow into the bell. An arrow goes to the moon. Robin learns about Poseidon, an ancient weapon. Goldie Roger was there, and the history of the world is at Raftel. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Long Ring, Long Land. Everything is long in Long Ring, Long Land. Long Bear, Long Stork, but most importantly, Long Dog. Long Horse too. Bellamy wants to join Doflamingo's crew, but Doflamingo allegedly kills him. We meet Tanjit. The Foxy Pirates show up. We meet Foxy. He challenges the Straw Hats to a Davy Back fight. They play many games and the winner takes a crewmate. The first game is a donut race. Foxy Pirates win. The crew loses Chopper. The goal of the next game is to put the ball in the goal. Straw Hats win. They win Chopper back. The final game is a fight between Foxy and Afro Luffy. Afro Luffy wins. We meet Aokiji. He's insanely powerful and an admiral of the world government. He freezes Robin and Luffy, then leaves. Thankfully, they survive. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Water 7. The Going Merry is damaged, so the Straw Hats go to Water 7 to find a shipwright. They exchange their gold for money, but the ship is unrepairable. Usopp gets his money stolen by the Frankie family. Luffy decides to buy a new ship. Usopp loves the Going Merry, so he leaves the crew. Then they fight. Meanwhile, Robin hears CP9 and disappears. We meet Frankie, a perverted cyborg. Flashback, Tom was the world's greatest shipwright and taught Frankie how to build ships. The government executed him, and Frankie got hit by a train. Some members of CP9 are Spondum, Kaku, Bluno, and Khalifa. CP9 forces Robin to pin Iceberg's assassination on the Straw Hats, as well as turn herself into the government and die. She does this to save the Straw Hats from a buster call, which basically allows the government to destroy an entire island. CP9 wants the blueprints to an ancient weapon. Frankie has them. Frankie, Robin, and Usopp are captured by CP9. They leave on a sea train. Sanji sneaks on. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, the sea train. There's a super fast train called Rocket Man. The Straw Hats and Frankie brothers get on it to save Robin and Frankie. They encounter a giant wave. Luffy and Zoro use a combination attack to go straight through it. Meanwhile, on the other train, we're introduced to a god amongst men, Sogeking. He was born in the land of the snipers and he never misses his mark. Sanji disconnects the train car. We meet Wands. He eats flour, then cooks it inside of his body and sprays noodles out of his nose. Soga King tries to save Robin. Soga King hides. Zoro cuts the disconnected train car in half. He defeats T-Bone too. Sanji kicks Wands so hard that it makes him beautiful. Wands is defeated. Frankie defeats Nero too. Soga King saves Robin, but she goes back with CP9 to avoid the Buster Call. Sanji and Soga King get back on Rocket Man. Luffy and Chopper are very impressed by Soga King. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Henny's lobby. Luffy charges in. We meet the rest of CP9. Luffy gets gear second. He defeats Blue Note. The rest of the Straw Hats make it to the main tower. In Robin's flashback, we meet the Scholars of Ohara, Nico Ovia, and Jaguar D. Sol. Robin's goal was to find the Void Century. Because some of the Scholars of Ohara can read poneglyphs, a Buster Call was issued. The Buster Call killed every person on Ohara, except for Robin because Aokiji let her live. Soga King shoots the world government flag. The Straw Hats declare war against the government. Nico Robin wants to live. Frankie burns the ancient weapon blueprints, and the fights begin. Chopper defeats Kumadori. Spondum issues a Buster Call. Nami defeats Khalifa. Sanji defeats Jabra, and Zoro defeats Kaku. Soga King snipes Spondum. Robin is free. Luffy gets gear third and defeats Lucci. The Going Merry sails itself to save them. Robin snaps Spondum like a glow stick. They escape and the crew says goodbye to the Going Merry. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds post Denny's lobby. They go back to Water 7. Vice Admiral Garp shows up. He's Luffy's grandfather. The 4 Emperors of the Sea are the strongest pirates in the world. Shanks and Whitebeard are 2 of them. Remember Kobe? He had a huge glow up. Remember Helmeppo? He looks like this now. Remember Dragon? He's Luffy's father, and he leads the Revolutionary Army. There's a huge party. There's a moment of closure between Robin and Aokiji. Shanks warns Whitebeard about Blackbeard. Blackbeard used to be a Whitebeard pirate. He killed another Whitebeard pirate named Thatch to get the Dark fruit. New bounties. Frankie and Iceberg build the Thousand Sunny. Frankie's underwear is stolen. He runs naked through the town. Robin squeezes Frankie's nutsack, and he joins the crew. Usopp apologizes and rejoins the crew. When Blackbeard touches someone, their devil fruit can't be used. Huge fight. Ace is defeated. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Thriller Bark. They find a barrel. It was a trap. A spooky ship shows up. We meet a spooky skeleton. His name's Brook. He likes panties, and he's a musician. Luffy wants him to join the crew, but he needs his shadow first. They go to Thriller Bark. We meet Dr. Hogback, Absalom, Perona, Lola, and Ryuma from Wano. They all work for Gecko Moria. Moria takes Luffy's shadow and puts it in a giant skeleton. Brook tries to defeat Ryuma. He fails, but Zoro defeats him and gets a new sword. Usopp defeats Perona. Sanji and Nami defeat Absalom. Robin helps Chopper suplex Hogback. This happens. Nightmare Luffy shows up. He defeats Oars and Moria. They get their shadows back. Kuma shows up. Zoro offers his life as a sacrifice for Luffy. All of Luffy's pain is extracted, and he takes it. He barely survives. Brook loved Laboon. He was forced to leave him at Reverse Mountain. His crewmates died, and he was stranded alone for 50 years. Brook joins the crew. Nami gets Lola's mom's Viva card. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Saboti. They arrive at the Red Line. Kami and Popog fall from the sky. Remember Hachon? He's been captured by Duval. Duval looks like this, but Sanji kicked him and now he looks like this. Hachon is saved. They go to Saboti. We're introduced to celestial dragons. They're pieces of shit, and the government protects them. We meet Shaki and the worst generation. Kami gets captured. We meet Rayleigh. Ace will soon be executed by the government. Charlos shoots Hachon. Luffy punches the fuck out of him. Rayleigh uses a weird power. Rayleigh saves Kami. Beppo's introduced. Roger turned himself into the government. Crocus was part of Roger's crew, as well as Buggy and Shanks. Rayleigh knows what happened in the Void Century. He also knows where the One Piece is. He gives the Straw Hats his Viva card. Kizaru shows up. He can move at the speed of light. He fucks everyone up. Rayleigh takes him on. Kuma shows up. He makes the Straw Hats disappear. Luffy is heartbroken. Luffy disappears too. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Amazon Lily. Luffy lands in a forest. He eats a poisonous shroom but gets rescued. They think he's a woman, and they stretch Luffy's meat. We meet Gloriosa. They figure out Luffy's a man. Men are forbidden at Amazon Lily. We're introduced to Pirate Empress Boa Hancock. She can turn people into stone. Luffy interrupts her bath and sees her tattoo. Boa's beam doesn't work on Luffy. Luffy gets captured. He has to fight for his survival. Boa's sisters fight Luffy. Luffy uses a haki that makes people pass out, and he defeats Boa's sisters, but covers Sandersonia's tattoo. Luffy wants food but is disappointed to see naked Boa Hancock. Her tattoo is an emblem of the celestial dragons. Boa and her sisters used to be owned by the Celestial Dragons, but a man named Fisher Tiger freed them. This is the symbol of the Sun Pirates. Luffy finds out that Ace is about to get executed. Blackbeard is a warlord now. Boa is madly in love with Luffy, and they sail to Impel Down to save Ace. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Impel Down. Luffy and Boa arrive at Impel Down. Boa sneaks Luffy in under her dress. Buggy breaks out and meets with Luffy. They find a hole to level 2. Luffy jumps in. Buggy falls in. We meet the warden of Impel Down. Buggy starts a prison break. Mr. 3 is free. We meet Jinbei. They fall to level 3. Boa tells Ace that Luffy's at Impel Down. Zoro saves Luffy. Just kidding, it's Bon Clay. They go to level 4. Luffy gets poisoned by Magellan. Luffy's taken to floor 5. Bon Clay saves Buggy and Mr. 3. Bon Clay saves Luffy again. Inazuma takes them to level 5.5. We meet Ivankov. He can change the sex of anyone. He saves Luffy. He's also a part of the Revolutionary Army. Ace is taken to Marineford. They go to level 6 and free Jinbei and Crocodile. Ivankov fights Magellan to buy time. Blackbeard shows up. Candlewax Luffy buys time. The escape is a success. They steal a ship. Bon Clay sacrifices himself to open the gates of justice, and Blackbeard recruits Shiryu. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Marineford. We find out Goldie Roger is the father of Ace. His mother is Port-Gusty Rouge. The Whitebeard pirates show up, and we meet Marco the Phoenix. Whitebeard can cause earthquakes. The war begins. Little Oars Jr. breaks in. Kuma blows him up. Kobe's freaking out. Akainu kills a marine. Iconic Doflamingo quote. Luffy falls from the sky. Boa saves Luffy, and she gives him the key to Ace's cuffs. An army of Kumas appear. Squard stabs Whitebeard. Crocodile saves Ace from execution. Oars Jr. breaks in once again. Akainu punches Whitebeard. Boa saves Luffy again. Luffy uses Conqueror's Haki. Garp lets Luffy defeat him. Sengoku is a giant Buddha. Ace gets freed. He fights Akainu. Akainu kills Ace. The Blackbeard pirates shoot Whitebeard. Whitebeard yells the One Piece is real. Then he dies. Blackbeard steals Whitebeard's devil fruit. Luffy gets punched by Akainu. Law shows up and saves Luffy. Akainu tries to kill Kobe. Shanks saves him, and the war is over. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, post-war arc. Luffy and others go back to Amazon Lily. Luffy's still very upset. Flashback, Garp left Luffy under Dodon's care. Ace didn't like Luffy when he was a kid. In fact, he almost killed Luffy. But Luffy didn't care and still wanted to be his friend. We meet Sabo. They agree to kill Luffy. Luffy gets captured. Ace and Sabo save him, and they eventually become friends. They become sworn brothers by exchanging cups of sake. Sabo gets taken back by his father. A fire is started in Grey Terminal. Dragon and the Revolutionary Army save the people there. Sabo steals a ship and sails away, but a celestial dragon destroys it. 7 years later, Ace sails to sea. 3 years after that, Luffy sails to sea. Jinbei talks some sense into Luffy. Rayleigh swims all the way to Amazon Lily, then takes Luffy to Marineford to ring a bell. For the next 2 years, Rayleigh teaches Luffy hockey. The rest of the Straw Hats use this time to train as well. I'll see you guys after time skip. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, return to Sabaody. After 2 years, the Straw Hats finally start to meet at Sabaody. Surprisingly, Zoro's the first one back. Brook is a superstar now. A bunch of fake Straw Hats start recruiting people. Nami and Usopp reunite. Chopper thinks the fake Straw Hats are real. Luffy takes care of half of them. Fake Robin gets captured. Robin arrives at the Thousand Sunny. She spent the past 2 years training with the Revolutionary Army. She also meets Frankie there. We get introduced to Caribou. Caribou can turn into a swamp. The Navy is on their way to capture the Straw Hats. Luffy destroys a pacifista like it's nothing. Zoro and Sanji also take one out. Sanji sees Nami and Robin for the first time in 2 years. He also sees Boa Hancock and turns into stone. The crew is officially reunited, and because the Thousand Sunny has been coated, they're able to sail to Fishman Island. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Fishman Island. Caribou gets trapped on the Thousand Sunny. They fight various creatures and make it to Fishman Island. Sanji meets the mermaids and almost dies from arousal. Charlie can see the future and says Luffy will destroy Fishman Island. We meet Hody Jones. He hates humans and takes pills to become powerful. Neptune is the king of Fishman Island. Shirahoshi's his daughter. Queen Otohime wanted peace between humans and fishmen. Fisher Tiger wanted the same thing. Fisher Tiger took care of a girl named Koala. He brought Koala to her mom, but Marines killed him. Shirahoshi cried, and Sea Kings were summoned. Hody killed Otohime. Robin finds a poneglyph. It's an apology from Joy Boy. Luffy defeats Hody. Sea King stopped the giant boat. Jinbei saves Luffy. Luffy tells Jinbei to join the crew, but Jinbei can't because of Big Mom. Robin learns Shirahoshi's an ancient weapon, and that Joy Boy was alive during the Void Century. Caribou was eavesdropping. Akainu defeated Aokiji, Blackbeard's an emperor, and Luffy tells Big Mom he'll kick her ass. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Punk Hazard. A man is trapped on Punk Hazard. They go to save him. A dragon appears. Zoro decapitates it. We meet Kinemon. Law chopped him up. Giant children are trapped there. Law's a warlord now. Law can switch souls. Nami is Frankie. Frankie is Chopper. Chopper is Sanji. Sanji is Nami. Tashigi is Smoker. And Smoker is Tashigi. We meet Monet, and scientist Caesar Clown. The children were fed candy laced with addictive drugs. They start freaking out. Luffy and Law form an alliance to take down an emperor. They're switched back. Kinemon's body is back together. We meet Vergo. He works for Doflamingo. Caesar makes artificial devil fruits. We meet Momonosuke. Zoro defeats Monet, Law defeats Vergo, and Luffy defeats Caesar. Monet sacrifices herself and causes a huge explosion. They escape successfully. Momonosuke is from Wano. Chopper heals the children. The Straw Hats take Caesar, and Buggy is a warlord. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Dressrosa. We meet Fujitora. He's blind. We also meet Viola. She can read minds. There's a huge battle royale. Whoever wins gets Ace's Devil Fruit. Lucy enters. Notable participants include Bartolomeo, Cavendish, and Rebecca. Remember Sabo? He's alive, and also wins the Battle Royale. Doflamingo overthrew Dressrosa in one night. He also turned half the people into toys through sugar. Doflamingo and his family were almost killed for being celestial dragons, so he killed his father. Everyone Law ever knew was killed, so he joined Doflamingo's crew. He meets Corazon. Corazon helped cure Law's disease by helping him get the Ope Ope no Mi. Then Doflamingo killed Corazon. This little toy is Rebecca's father. Kanjuro from Wano is recruited. God Usopp. Senor Pink's a Chad, and his backstory's sad. This is Doflamingo's crew. They get defeated. Luffy defeats Doflamingo with Gear 4th. Fujitora exposes the government. The Grand Fleet is created. Kaido jumps off Sky Island and gets up like it was nothing. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Zoe. Zoe is on a giant elephant. Kanjuro makes a dragon, and they climb up successfully. We're introduced to the Mink tribe. We meet Carrot, Cat Viper, Duke Dogstorm, Pedro, and Shishelion. Jack destroyed Zoe's village looking for a ninja from Wano. Chopper and Caesar helped save the Minks. Sanji's a furry. Peckham's and Beji went to Zoe. Sanji was captured by Beji and taken to Whole Cake Island to marry Pudding. We meet Raizo. Robin reads a road poneglyph. If Robin reads all 4 road poneglyphs, then the Straw Hats can find Raftel. One road poneglyph's at Whole Cake Island. Another one's in Wano. The Ninja Pirate Mink Samurai Alliance is created. Jack shoots at Zunisha. Momo and Luffy start hearing the voice of Zunisha. Zunisha smacks the fuck out of Jack. Cat Viper searches for Marco the Phoenix. Dogstorm's group stays on Zoe. Luffy's group goes to rescue Sanji, and the rest go to Wano. Also, Carrot sneaks onto Luffy's ship. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Whole Cake Island. Luffy eats a poisonous fish. We meet Sanji's sister, and she sucks the poison out of Luffy. Jinbei leaves the Big Mom Pirates. Sanji came from a shitty family, and his father hates him. Reiju freed Sanji from his family. We meet Brule. She can send people to a mirror world. Luffy fights Charlotte Cracker. He gets a new form and defeats him. Sanji fights Luffy to prevent conflict. Pudding plans on killing Sanji. This breaks Sanji's heart. Brook got a copy of Big Mom's road poneglyph. Gangster Gastino and Beji team up with Luffy. We meet Katakuri. Brook smashes a picture, and Big Mom loses her shit. Big Mom consumed orphans. She needs wedding cake. Pedro sacrifices himself to help the Straw Hats escape. Pudding simps for Sanji now. Luffy fights Katakuri. This ignoramus interferes. Luffy gets Snake Man and barely wins the fight. Sanji rejoins and they sail to Wano. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Reverie. Zeus followed Nami onto the ship, and Sanji gets a raid suit. Luffy is unofficially declared the 5th Emperor of the Sea. We get introduced to Bello Betty, Morley, Lindbergh, and Karasu. We're introduced to a new admiral known as Green Bull. Sabo sneaks in before the reverie begins. Vivi, Rebecca, and Shirahoshi all talk about Luffy and become friends. There's a giant straw hat located at Marijois. Sabo's brother wants to become a celestial dragon. Shirahoshi gets captured by St. Charlos, but another celestial dragon saves her. Big Mom talks to Kaido about Luffy. She plans on going to Wano. Shanks goes to talk to the 5 elders about a certain pirate. Jewelry Bonnie sneaks into Marijois. Saba wants to save Kuma. The reverie officially begins. We get a glimpse of Im. Im is seemingly the leader of the Celestial Dragons. Im also puts a sword through Shirahoshi's picture, and is seen holding a picture of Vivi. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Wano Act One. The Straw Hats go up a giant waterfall, and enter the land of Wano. Usopp is scamming people, Frankie's fixing things, Robin's a geisha, and Zoro's a criminal. Luffy is separated and meets Otama. She can make animals friendly. She was also friends with Ace. Hitetsu watches over her. Otama drinks polluted water. Basil Hawkins works for Kaido. Luffy and Zoro fight him, but they escape to heal Otama. We meet Okiku. Otama gets healed, then immediately gets captured. Luffy saves her. We meet Kiyoshiro. Oden was the great leader of Wano, but Kaido and Orochi killed him. Oden's wife Toki sent these guys 20 years into the future. They plan on raiding Kaido, so they pass out flyers to recruit people. We meet Shinobu, as well as Ashura Doji. Kaido can turn into a dragon. Luffy fights Kaido. Luffy gets annihilated, and then he gets dragged off to a prison. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Wano Act 2. Luffy and Kid are in jail together. We meet King and Queen. Toki's always smiling. Luffy and Hyogoro become friends. Hiyori's Momonosuke's sister. CP0's in Wano. Robin spies on Orochi. Sanji fights Page 1 and defeats him. Chopper finds Big Mom, but she lost her memory. Zoro loses a sword. Then he fights Killer. Zoro wins the battle but passes out. Orochi captures Yasuye. Yasuye tells everyone that the flyer doesn't mean anything. Then he gets executed. The people from his village start laughing, but they're actually crying. This is because you're only able to express emotion through laughter if you eat a bad smile fruit. Big Mom breaks into the prison. Luffy uses a new type of haki to free himself. We meet Kawamatsu and he helps Luffy escape. Kaido and Big Mom form an alliance. Zoro obtains Enma. Luffy escapes from prison, and everyone prepares for the raid on Kaido. One Piece arcs in 60 seconds, Wano Act 3. Big news! Someone important died at Marijois. X-Drake is the captain of a top-secret Navy force. The warlord system's abolished. We learn that Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido were part of the Rock's pirates. Rock's D. Chebek was the captain. Oden left Wano to join Whitebeard's crew. They fought Goldie Roger, and Oden joined Roger's crew. They saw the treasure at Raftel and laughed. Kaido and Orochi overthrew Wano while Oden was gone, and Oden sacrificed himself for the scabbards. Kanjuro is a traitor. Jinbei's officially a Straw Hat. We meet the Tobi Roppo. We meet Yamato. Yamato admires Oden. Zoro and the scabbards attack Kaido, but Kaido still defeats them. Zeus merges with Nami's climb attacked. Who's Who talks about a sun god. CP0 wants to kill Who's Who. Robin turns into a devil and destroys Black Maria. The Tobi Roppo is defeated. Momonosuke gets turned into an adult and flies Luffy up to Kaido. Luffy clashes with Kaido and the sky splits in half. Congrats, you're all caught up.